guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my 35 and 36 week bump date. So if you want to hear how those 2 weeks went, then just keep on watching. If you are new here, welcome to my channel, Tales of a Texas Mommy. My name is Saber Casey, and I am pregnant with baby number 2, and I also have a 2-year-old toddler named Liam. Also, if you're new, make sure to catch up on all of my other bump dates. I will link that playlist in the description box below. So we are getting so close to meeting baby girl. Unfortunately, the further along I get in my pregnancy, the more unpleasant that I become. Y'all, I have been just, oh man, just in such a bad mood and just looking for something to gripe about. And in my head, I know that I'm being crazy, but it's like, you know, the crazy train has pulled out of the station and it is full force and you can't stop it. It's gonna go. Last week, especially, I noticed it and I'm just like reel it in, but these hormones are just crazy. And I did not have this with my son. The entire time I was pregnant with him, I really felt the exact same. Like as far as just hormones and mood swings and all that go, I feel like I was exactly the same. But with Lucy, my theory is that because it's a girl and there's all the extra estrogen and stuff, maybe that's why I'm being insane. But I don't know, it's probably true. It might not be, I haven't looked it up, but that's just my theory. Let me know in the comments below if y'all felt super moody during y'all's pregnancies. Regardless if it's your first, if it's your 5th, if you've had all boys, all girls, both, let me know so that I know that I'm not being crazy. I mean, I know I am, but it would make me feel better, so let me know in the comments below. I think it goes without say, even though I have said it in my last several bump dates, how ridiculously uncomfortable I am. I feel humongous. Everything hurts and it's awful. I did notice in the past week or so the Linea Nigra, the line down the center of your belly, I've noticed that that's kind of started to show up. I really have to kind of look for it and to see it, but it is there. With my son, I had it or got it early and I had it for like 5 or 6 months postpartum. So again, I don't know if it's a hormone thing. If I cared enough, I could look into it and see, but I mean, it's just a line that'll go away. It's just a little brown line. Clearly, because I'm so giant and uncomfortable, I also get out of breath a lot easier. So just like right now, talking into the camera, I'm just, like, I feel like I can hear myself panting. I don't know if y'all can hear it or not, but everything makes me out of breath. Just standing up, like getting off the couch, gets me out of breath. Everything gets me out of breath. As far as shaving goes, it's really just a guessing game at this point. It is June here in Texas, so it is really hot. And I mean, I don't have to shave my legs, but you know, you're wearing shorts and dresses and stuff, and I'm already a whale, so I feel like it makes me feel better to have a little bit of femininity there. But yeah, anything south of the border is really just like a guessing game because I can't see anything. So I have been nesting for weeks. Like, our house has never been more clean and organized than it is right now, and I am loving it, and I hope that it stays this way. I have been putting myself on like cleaning schedules and, you know, just keeping up with stuff. And you know, really, when you do clean and keep up with stuff like on a regular basis, it makes it so much easier to keep up with. So like I said, hopefully I will keep up with this. I have been going through things that we have needed to go through since we moved into this house, and we have been here for over a year and a half. We moved in over a year and a half ago. Just any little projects, just stuff that, you know, it sits in the corner and you just keep looking at it and you're like, oh, I need to do that, I need to do that. It's done. It's all done. So yeah, I am just loving the way that the house is at this moment. With my son, I never felt the need to nest, like, at all the entire time. And I kept waiting for it because that's such a common, you know, symptom of pregnancy, but I never got it. So I'm really liking it. So big news, big good news this week. I had my very last sonogram at the specialist that I have been seeing throughout this entire pregnancy. It's a high-risk specialist. She said that my placenta looked even better than it did last time. The last time I went, which was last month, she was saying how good it looked, and then she was like, oh man, it looks even better. When we were looking at the placenta, you could see a clear separation for most of the placenta. So, where the placenta is and then the uterine wall, you could see a clear space for most of it. That being said, there was one little area, a little focal area that still could be attached, but for all we know, the whole placenta could be attached. Because like I've said before, and I'm sure y'all who have had babies and sonograms and all that know, sonograms and ultrasounds are only so reliable. You can only see so much. So I'm still going into it with, worst case scenario, but it's really good news. If there's just a small focal point of the placenta that's attached, not only is that better as far as like bleeding and stuff goes during the C-section, but there's a higher likelihood that they could possibly detach it and maybe spend a couple more precious seconds trying to get the placenta and the uterus detached from each other. Lucy is still head down, and she's been head down for like the last couple months, so she really hasn't moved as far as positioning goes, which doesn't really matter because I'm having a C-section, but I mean, I guess that's good that she's doing what she naturally should be doing. She is also measuring humongous. She's measuring 6 pounds and 15 ounces, which is 1 ounce shy of 7 pounds. And that is in the 91st percentile. So she's a big baby, and I definitely feel it for sure. My son was in the 98th percentile when he was born, so I'm not shocked. I was a big baby. I was 9 pounds, 15 ounces when I was born. It was funny when the doctor came in, she was like, did you pass your diabetes test? And I was like, yeah, I have big babies. I produce big babies. I come from a big family, so. But that is fantastic, especially because she's being born early. Then she's kind of on track, as far as just weight and stuff, and it's one more thing that we don't have to worry about. So 6 pounds, 15 ounces, she is measuring 2 weeks ahead. So at the time of that sonogram, I was 35 weeks and 2 days. So she is measuring, at that point, she was measuring 2 weeks ahead, so a little over 37 weeks. So again, it all works out, and she's gonna be a good sized baby. So I wouldn't be surprised if she was around 8 pounds or so when she was born. They also checked all the normal stuff that they checked for every ultrasound. They checked her heart, the chambers in her heart, the liver, the kidneys, her breathing looked fantastic. Everything just looks so great with her, and we're so grateful and blessed that she's doing good, especially with all this other stuff that's been going on. I was really surprised because my doctor, this doctor, said, she's like, if I was a betting woman, I would say that you will probably get to keep your uterus. And y'all, doctors are not trained to say things like that and to be optimistic, and especially this doctor, because she is, I don't know what word to use, because she's a nice person, she's a good doctor and everything, but she's not very, her bedside manner and her demeanor, she's not very just like, I guess, optimistic or anything like that. So coming from her, I was like, and I really don't want to get my hopes up, because everything is looking really, really good at this point, but I just feel like I cannot, in my head, go back there because it's been up and down this whole time. So I'd hate to have my heart set that it's going to be okay and then it goes back to the way we thought it was. So I know I'm probably being just overly negative. So after this appointment, I had my regular OB appointment with my regular doctor 2 days after that, and she is still extremely optimistic. She really feels good about the outcome of the surgery. We are still planning everything exactly the way we have the whole time. I'm going to be in the regular OR. I'm not going to be on the maternity ward just yet. They are still going to have lots of blood in the OR ready to go. I still have a team of 3 specialists that will be in the room in case they do have to do the hysterectomy. So she's really optimistic that we're not going to need any of it, but we are still full force ahead with worst case scenario, which does make me feel a little bit better, just just in case. I did have to bring Liam with me to this appointment, and that is always fun to have a 2-year-old at a doctor's office. And he was good, it was fine. But I did tell my doctor just how uncomfortable I've been, and not just, you know, of course I'm 36 weeks, I'm uncomfortable, but I have been feeling a ton of pressure like down there, like in my pelvis, just like where it'll hit me so hard, like I'll be walking, I'm like, oh, and I have to like sit down, like it's, you know, out of the ordinary for how I have been feeling. So I was starting to panic and freak out. I'm like, am I going into labor? Am I going to go into labor early? Like I was just all these scenarios in my head, because the further along you get, I feel like the more stressed out you get. I don't know, maybe that's just me. I'm just a stress case. Anyway, I'd also been having a lot of pains in my stomach, like sharp pains kind of in the middle, like around my belly button. And everything is so big, and just she's everywhere because she's so big. So I can't tell if it's my skin that hurts or if it's like inside. Anyway, I had been feeling this pain like the day before my appointment. So I was like, well, you know, it's not terrible, but I'm gonna bring it up at my appointment the next day. That was a really long explanation. So I told her about all those concerns, and I'm like, I'm scared I'm gonna go into labor. Like I'm freaked out. So she's like, okay, well, let's just do a check just to see if you're progressing or anything like that, just to put your mind at ease. She's like, I really don't think it's anything, but if it'll make you feel better, let's do that. I say all that because, of course, I had Liam with me. So I had to, you know, get undressed and do all that. And I have not had a, like an internal exam in months. So of course, the one time I have one is when I have Liam with me, and it just, you know, whatever. It's just the way it works out. Anyway, she checked me. I am not dilated at all. She's like, yep, you are completely closed. Lucy's not engaged or anything like that. So everybody is staying put for right now. And it did make me feel better because I was kind of worried. And then of course you start thinking to yourself, you're like, has she moved enough? Is she moving like she usually does? And then you start just second guessing everything. So I'm just a mess. And of course, the whole time Liam was throwing a fit because, like I said, I don't remember if it was the last bump date or the one before that, but he's been so clingy. So he wanted to sit like on the bed with me, and he was just blah and screaming the whole time, and hashtag mom life. So everything is looking awesome for the C-section. I never thought I would dream of just having a regular old C-section. Y'all know me and my husband both wanted a natural VBAC this time around, and with everything that happened, it's like at this point I just want to keep my uterus and have my baby with me like right after I have her, and just have a normal C-section. So I will take it at this point. With that being said, the surgery has been confirmed. It is going to be next Tuesday. So today is Sunday, and it will be next Tuesday. So what is that, 9 days? So we have been scrambling, trying to get just all the last minute stuff. I still need to pack my hospital bag, but I've got my list. So pretty much I just need to put everything in the bag. So when I do have my C-section, I will be 37 weeks and 2 days, which when you think about it, it seems early because it is 3 weeks early, but considering the fact that we thought we were gonna have to have her at 34 weeks, 37 weeks is just like hitting the jackpot, because especially with her being so humongous, she should be absolutely perfect. So we're really, really glad about that outcome. Here is the 36-week bump. And all I wanna wear now is dresses, because it gives me lots of airflow. I mean, look at that, good Lord. A big old baby in there. Okay, that is all that I have for this week's super rambly, chatty bump date. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel below. I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.